slightly better angle here. Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was doing Nashville, Tennessee, and I hope you enjoyed yesterday's tour of the Hermitcraft server. As we were winding down, or are winding down, it was fun to reflect on everything we've had go on, or that we have happened upon this server. We made a lot of things happen, and I'm proud of it. But you know, there's some things that we tried to make happen that just didn't quite get wrapped up. So I am here today to kind of address some of that. Like this floor, I had intended to finish. So, yellow hardened clay. Boom. Look at that. Now when people come in here, it'll be way classier. Now, I might have wanted to have weapon enchantments here too. But you know what? Let me check this back room here. I don't know if I did have some extra bookshelves, and I brought some chests and signs. So I might go ahead. Oh, see, like Smite is an example of a weapon enchantment. So we could go ahead and, let's see, make some more chests real quick. There we go. And we'll just, whoops, put some of these right here. Throw some of these along either side. And I also like the idea of having, whoops, maybe not so many of those. Eggs are gone. Okay. I was going to say, I like the idea of having some bookshelves along the walls here as well. Having those kind of built in looks nice, I think. Can't really do that on that side or this side because I'm going to bust out into the open area, but here it might be appropriate. Yay, minor fix. Did I have low shelves under those windows? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go ahead and try that too. Ooh, okay, that's a no-go. Negative Ghost Rider, because we've got open air right there. So I think that would be visible from the street. No, that's just a weird kind of exposed crawl space thing. Not sure I love that, but whatever. Okay, so there we go. This part of the room definitely feels a little bit better. And I might even put some of those right there. Kind of have them out. Because like sometimes libraries will have shelves that protrude a little. Yep, so there we go. Got a little bit more shelving here. Looks like nobody ever dumped in a bunch of stuff. Oh, I did dump in a bunch of stuff. Bane of Arthropods and Respiration. Perfect for that helmet that you want to smack somebody with. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put all of these weapon books right here. And there's actually a few more that I've pre-sorted. Gonna, whoops, keep throwing eggs inside, indoors. That's, people love that. Librarians do not actually like that. So we'll take these additional books here and throw them in there. But you know what? It wouldn't be a real library if there wasn't some unsorted books waiting to be sorted. So we're going to leave these remaining books here for everyone else to enjoy sorting in their own time, or on their own time. Whatever they prefer. That's on them. So let's see. We've got books by Tango Tech, books by Rendog. I need to go probably home and collect some of my books. Got Symmetry's, Fall Symmetry's Banner Order. We've got some books by Joe Hills. Wow, Cub Fan has a ton of stuff. He actually loaded these up himself because he's awesome. Zombie Cleo. And Discal. Okay, great. We're doing pretty good here. Oh, Tinfoil Chef has even added some of his. This worked out pretty well. This will be fun for the map download. I hope people take advantage of it. You know, a lot of people have said that they really do not like this wool Christmas box lasting this long. Even though I'm right next to an awesome Christmas tower, and we got a Christmas village over this way, people are like, Joe, you got to take down this Christmas box. And I don't think that's true. I think I need to permanentalize this Christmas box. And what better way to do that, now that I'm thinking about it, than by making a bunch of cyan concrete and white concrete and kind of fixing it. Yeah, fixing it in the charcoal fixative scent, not in the repair fixative scent. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run and switch day into night, and then I'm probably going to have to go grab a whole bunch of sand in order to make this work, but I believe in me. Time skip. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and make some cyan concrete powder. Okay. I've already grabbed 64 white concrete powder. That was simple enough. And now I'm making some cyan concrete powder. I'm hoping this holds me over, and if it doesn't, we can always manufacture more, you know, as we go. Although I'm immediately regretting not having better inventory management. Well, we are back, and it's time to start switching out blocks. Wow, that was especially good. Probably should have brought shears, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead, and this is... Oh, he used light blue wool. I think the cyan is going to be kind of the visual that we want, though. Although, maybe light blue concrete would have looked nicer. Uh-oh. Goodbye. We can always try it. We have enough stuff. Ooh, we might not have enough gravel. But the whole point of this is we're supposed to be fixing these things and making them better. So if we're making them worse, then that's bad. And we don't want to do that. So let's go ahead. At least we can replace the white blocks right away, because we know that what those are supposed to look like. Whoa, those guys are all trying to get up here. Including him. Do they even have a clear path? They must, or they wouldn't be trying this hard, I think. Maybe they will. I don't know. So, anyway, let's go ahead and replace the white here, like so. That's not too much different. I kind of like... I wonder if this should be glass or have some sort of something to illuminate it as clearly as it's so brightly lit on the inside, which is kind of silly because that's the part that people don't see. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly make some light blue wool, and we will come back to this in just a second. Time skip. Well, having had some time to think about it, I think that the light blue concrete is really going to capture the color better than the cyan concrete. The cyan concrete is just a little bit too dark. So we're going to go ahead and hew away at this like so. Now, it's pretty easy to remember that this top layer is all just going to be the one color of light blue concrete. But the ampersat is going to be a little bit more difficult to maintain the precise shape of. Let's go ahead and kind of work through this structure intentionally and carefully. Starting first with, dang it, that didn't work the way I wanted. I keep hearing a spider somewhere too. Not sure where. Oh, it's one of those little ender mites. That was what that is. Anyway, well, ender mite, leave me alone. I don't need your troubles. So let's see. Oh, why don't I just do this from the inside, where it is remarkably straightforward and simple to manage? That might be the sanest option, actually. Let's go ahead and get out our white concrete, leaving the shears out. Gonna need, dang it, not throwing shulker boxes away. Okay, good. We've recovered our shulker box. So white concrete through here. And this is easy because I can see the other sides for comparison. Oh man, why didn't I think of this earlier? So we just go ahead and knock out these 6. Now, the white concrete is just a little bit darker, just barely darker than the white wool. But I think it's still a viable substitute block for making this more permanent. So then we'll just go up this here. Oh, this is nice too, because I can knock out kind of 2 of these at once, like so, on the corner. And I don't really need to claim the wool, I guess, this close to the end of the server. I'm not going to use it immediately, if ever. Okay. Well, I know I initially talked about having some... While I considered keeping the roof carpet or wool and changing the rest of it to concrete, you know, the more I started working on it, the more I felt like having a unified face here really would pay off. So, we're just going to fly this way. Look at me, I'm up here on Mars, way above all the things, like the spaceships. Whoa, I'm on the spaceship. I really hope this is not an unsafe place to stand, because I don't want a creeper blowing me up on somebody else's base right before the server. Ooh, there's an Enderman. Yeah, this is probably not the best place. But anyway, my point was that I wanted to showcase that this box looks a lot classier now. You know, you can just fly past it from any direction, including this one. About face. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit more solid. A little bit more intentional, a little bit more sculptural. Isuma did a great job setting it up in the first place, so I'm glad to keep it sticking around. Yep, there we go. One more decoration for a server. So, it's funny, before the firework rockets came out to make you fly further, I had 0 kilometers flown on this server. And now, I've got 830 in just a few months. Tinfoil Chef has gotten 5,076, and Cub Fan 7,700. These are pretty significant numbers. I think Tinfoil Chef actually did most of his flights just over the course of the last few weeks, though. He was really trying to get into that 5,000 club. And he made it. So congrats to him on that. Let's look at this for a second. But from up here, where it's prettier. Into the trees, ah. So from up here, you can see the beginnings of a fort. Ah, dang it. The fort that I started is over this way, and we originally planned to have an entire recreation of Fort Nashborough, and it didn't really come to pass. We ran out of time, and other ideas pushed into the forefront. I also hadn't realized that the recreation of Fort Nashborough downtown had been destroyed in the flood, which means I haven't been there for a long time. But that was kind of sufficient to get me off of this project, because when I wanted to get started on this, one of the motivations was that I could visit the actual fort downtown as part of my process. And now, knowing that was destroyed, it's like, well, I don't know how much I want to invest in this. Now, I've had some viewers say, Joe, leave the fort half completed, because we want to finish it. And I want to finish it too. But you know what? What I'm thinking is maybe I should just kind of, leave some supplies for whoever does want to come along and finish it. Because we got some of the logs in place, but not enough to actually complete the entire outer wall, or even one of them. No, on no side is the entire outer wall done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this shulker box, and I'm going to take the coal out, and the bookshelves, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. But I'm going to leave everything else, and I'm going to call it at Joe Hills's, at Joe Hills's Fort Completion Starter Kit. That'll get everybody, you know, a little bit started. They're going to need to go gather more materials and figure out exactly what they want their fort to look like. But this way they can go ahead and make their own variants of it and send tweets to me with pictures. So yeah, Twitter's the best way to reach me. Oh, speaking of the greatest fix-it project of all, there's still so much work to be done on this. It was way too ambitious, I'm realizing, to do an entire terracotta army. No, I was so close to landing on top of that. Dang it. That's very frustrating. It was very ambitious to build an entire terracotta army here, and I don't think that, unlike the fort, I don't think people are going to enjoy coming back here and digging all this out. This is really monotonous, repetitive work, and it's kind of neat to try and build something this big, but I'm realizing that the logistical challenges involved in it, given the small window I have for recording and live streaming, it was just too big of a project. So, a little bit of humility now and again never hurt anybody. So, except for, you know, me. So, anyway, it's probably somebody else's fault that this didn't get done. Blaming them now. Speaking of unfinished things, I never finished my basement. But a lot of people, they'll build a house and not finish the basement right away. Could be years. So, I don't know. Next year, new server, maybe I'll have a better basement or whatever. Next year. Next week. It's less than a week until we're going to be recording Season 5. That's insane. But I do hope you'll join me for it, because it'll hopefully have things that are a lot prettier than this. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.